The greatest athletes are not always the oldest and have the longest experience in their chosen path of sport. They can achieve greatness and be involved in GOAT discussions at an early age, because there is a young man in racing who is already considered by some to be the greatest of all time. He is the one and only Max Verstappen. Get ready to be floored as we take a deep dive into what Formula One legends actually think about this young phenom. Maximilian Verstappen is a prominent Formula One Dutch racing driver. He was born on September 30th, 1997, and started racing when he was young. He quickly moved up the ranks and is now one of the sport's most promising young talents. He started his career in karting, where he was exceptionally good and won a lot of titles. His first race was in a single-seater in the 2014 FIA Formula 3 European Championship when he was 16 years old. Verstappen was the youngest driver on the grid, but he impressed with his speed and racecraft. He finished third in the championship and won the famous Masters of Formula 3 race, and he has continued to be great ever since. But what do legends say about him? Mika Häkkinen is a Finnish Formula One race car driver who is also known as the Flying Finn. People know him best for his time with the McLaren team, where he won the World Championship twice in a row, in 1998 and 1999. In an article from Sportskita, the two-time F1 world winner said that Max Verstappen was like Michael Schumacher in that they both lived racing instead of making it a part of their lives. He said, Michael Schumacher, he was undoubtedly an incredible F1 driver. His dedication to the sport, racing, was his life. It was not an ordinary job or an ordinary hobby, but it was his life. Exactly, that's what I see in Max as well. It's his life. Häkkinen added that he thoroughly enjoys what he does. When he's not in a race car, he's either driving in the simulator or testing and developing things. Discipline, learning new things about yourself, and making yourself better. The only way to do that is to practice, and stay hungry for winning. Speaking of Schumacher, Ralf Schumacher is a German former Formula One driver who is the younger brother of seven-time champion Michael Schumacher, who is also a famous name in Formula One. His driving style was known for being bold, and he won 6 Grand Prix during his career. In a blog from GP, Ralf calls Verstappen a worthy winner of the 2022 Formula One Championship. In his commentary as a Sky Sports analyst, Ralf Schumacher praised the Dutch driver and said, all in all, the Red Bull driver is obviously a worthy winner. Compared to his teammate Sergio Perez, Verstappen is also impressively making a difference on the team. Max is only 26. He thinks it is too early to think about looking into Lewis Hamilton and his brother Michael's records. I assume Verstappen is not ready yet. That is still a long way off. In terms of driving ability, of course he can certainly do it. There is no doubt about that. Sensational. The Frenchman Alain Prost, who is also known as the Professor, was a Formula One driver. He won 4 world championships and is considered one of the greatest drivers in the sport's history. Prost was known for driving in a smart and planned way, which is how he got his nickname. According to Sportskita, on the eve of Max Verstappen winning his 3rd title, F1 legend and former McLaren and Ferrari driver Alain Prost praised the Red Bull driver for his achievement. He also pointed out the key area that makes Verstappen strong. Writing for L'Equipe, he said, winning a 3rd title is already something great. To win 1 in a row is even greater, because only a few great names have managed it. But I think that what makes Max Verstappen so great and so strong is his ability to be a great driver that he has been able to develop in order never to stumble and always to want more. He also added, there is no doubt that he has succeeded in becoming a great driver. In my opinion, makes him even stronger is the way in which he has learned to be one with his car and his team. Alain Prost said that the Max we see now is different from the driver he was in 2021. This is what he says. He is a great person who strives for perfection every day. When you hear the driver complaining about the bad behavior of his single-seater during free practice on Friday morning, it's not the anger of the kid who used to make mistakes and sometimes ended up in the wall because of his impatience. No, this Max disappeared at the end of 2021, at the end of his magnificent battle against Lewis Hamilton. I am not going to talk about the highly controversial Abu Dhabi final, but about the way he and his Red Bull battled throughout the season against Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes. As a newcomer in 2000, Jenson Button was a British Formula One driver who raced for the Williams team. In 2009, he won his first world championship with Braun GP. After that, he raced for McLaren until 2016 when he retired He has won 15 Grand Prix over the course of his career, thanks to the smooth and steady way he drives. He praised Verstappen for being able to change how he drives depending on the car he is given. He said that not all drivers are able to do this. Hamilton and the 2009 world champion drove together at McLaren from 2010 to 2012. Button said that he would be more fearful facing Verstappen. He added that, "I think Lewis has had some very tough teammates. He has had world champions as teammates, whereas Max has not. And Max is, right, I have to drive how you've made this car, and I need to drive it as quick as I can." So he is exceptionally good at that, and I think a lot of drivers struggle to compete with that. So if he can see the future and think that they are in a good place as a team and it gives him confidence, stay there. If not, go and fight Max Verstappen on his own team. But that is a hard one. Austrian Niki Lauda is a renowned Formula One driver and one of the most prominent individuals in the world of racing. He has been a world winner 3 times, twice with Ferrari and once with McLaren. He was known for being strong and determined, especially after the accident in 1976. That almost killed him. He stopped racing in Formula One in 1985, but he stayed connected with the sport as a consultant, team manager, and airline entrepreneur. Although he passed away in 2019, his contributions to Formula One will always be remembered. But Niki Lauda said, when out the 18-year-old Verstappen in 2016, that might have come true. In an article from Auto Week, a report from the German news service DPA says that the F1 legend said, "I have no answer except to take my cap off some 40 years after my 1976 Nürburgring crash. What we are seeing is a talent of the century," Lauda added, referring to Verstappen. He is right because Max Verstappen has the most podium finishes in a single season, with 18 podiums in 2021, most consecutive race wins in a season, with 10 wins in 2023, 3 Formula One World Championships in 2021, 2022, and 2023. He is also the 3rd most race winner in Formula One history, with 54. Verstappen has also won the Laureus Sportsman of the Year in 2022, and the Best Driver ESPY Award in 2023. In 2020, Verstappen signed a contract extension with Red Bull Racing, keeping him with the team until the end of the 2023 season. But in 2022, he re-signs with Red Bull with the biggest contract in Formula One history, a 5-year, $275 million contract that will make him stay until 2029. He continues to break records and be a legend for himself. It is safe to say that Max Verstappen is going nowhere and will always go the extra mile. We can expect that more legends will surely have something to say about this young man. Well, that wraps up another journey of Formula One content. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell button so you'll never miss our future videos. Hope you enjoyed today's content, and we'll see you on the next video.